tough show to see the whole thing. So if you don't get a chance to walk all the aisles, be sure to check out the SEMA Cruise and SEMA Ignited to see cars like this that has just rolled up on our red carpet stage, driven by a guy who you might know. You might have seen this guy on the square box in your living room, Mr. Dave Kindig.
How are you? Hey, good evening.
So you got to tell us what you brought out.
1962 Chevy Corvette. Obviously, most people know what they're looking at. This is sitting on top of a Art Morrison frame. It's all independent, front and rear. It features an LT4 supercharged that's tuned by Lingenfelter. So this thing's going to absolutely rip.
Oh yeah.
A 6-speed transmission. There's a lot of very subtle things, and much like any of the Kindig-it-Design cars that you see, we like to make them very sneaky. You have to walk back past the car a couple of times before you notice all the details. The trim on this car has been hand-built. This is all solid stock aluminum that's been chromed.
I was going to point that out. So one of the great things that you did on this car is it looks like, yeah, all the trim's still there, but this isn't the trim that was born with in '62.
No, actually the windshield trim and the top of the door trim is pretty much all of the original trim untouched. But we've actually opened these cars. The C1 Corvette, if you've ever had one of these, you know you're pretty much eating the steering wheel. So we've moved the whole driver's compartment back 4.5 inches. All of that trim around the seats has been moved back, reconditioned. Right. It's actually solid stock aluminum that we've hand-shaped and chromed. And actually we'll start offering this kit to where you can move the seats back in these C1s.
Oh wow.
Which will make it a lot more comfortable for people. I don't know what it was from 1953 to 62 that people were maybe 4.5 feet tall. Is that what the deal was?
Well, I know. I got to thank you because I'm a petite framed individual and these cars and I don't get along. So maybe now I will.
You would fit just fine in this one.
Awesome.
So the bumpers, the whole front of the car, we cut it off. I like 5/16 gaps. The bumpers have been smashed between those two pieces by cutting the whole front and lower section off, bringing it up, flush mounting the emblems. It's a Ferrari Magellan Rosso. This is a vintage Ferrari color. Just absolutely love this color. Yeah. And of course with a really rich cork leather interior, it just really sets it off.
Yeah. So tell me about what you guys did around the back, because the deck and this piece here all fit very nicely.
Well, thank you. And actually there's some really trick stuff back here. Not until 1963 on the split window would you have the gas cap that was located here.
Yep.
So we had old Slick Willie, or where there's a will, there's a way. He made a hinge that comes out of the trunk lid so you don't have to open the trunk to get to it. Of course, Lloyd Carney, that owns the car, was very passionate about having 4 exhaust tips coming out the back, but it was one of those tricks that how do you do it to make it look a little different from everybody else that's brought 4 tips out. We cut and basically removed the trunk tumbler, brought all of that section up, raised the license plate, and brought the exhaust underneath the license plate, and it just finishes out beautiful.
Yeah, and they're all right in the center.
Yeah, exactly.
So what, you mentioned a little bit about the chassis. Tell me wheels, suspension, what's it sitting on?
So independent chassis, front and rear from Art Morrison, and what's really tricky is these wheels. This is the second set of these wheels. I designed these for my dad's 57 Chevy Corvette, which we had on stage last year for the first of this kind of event. And this is the powder-coated version. These will eventually, or very soon actually, will be available from Billet Specialties. It's a beautiful wheel. It resembles a lot of the characteristics of the original hubcap, but it looks like a 5-spoke hot rod wheel.
Well, and it doesn't look out of place on this era of car.
No, that's the thing is you want to do something that's timeless. You don't want to build I mean, I could certainly make a spaceship out of a 62 Corvette, but I want this car to still be in style in 20, 30, 40 years from now. And there's really nothing on the car that would have to be changed to keep it in style. So
the cool thing is the 62 Corvette was a spaceship when they first came out. I mean, really, you know, it was otherworldly in design. Yeah. Well, I think you and your team, again, knocked it out of the park. Ladies and gentlemen, Dave Kindig, thank you so much for bringing the car out, being part of the SEMA Reveal again with another winner. Don't forget that little gas cap thing. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, one more round of applause for Dave and the Corvette. And keep your eye on the TV show to be able to see this one. And be careful as you walk through the SEMA show. You don't want to trip over another Kindig car. There's another 9 or so laying around, so be sure you check out all those. And at this point, I'd like to invite our friend ZZ Ward back to the stage to give us something else.